In this video, I'll show you guys just how easy it is to put a new fuel filter on the Rover L322. It's first generation, same as a lot of the BMW X5s. And if you don't have symptoms, it's a good maintenance just to replace these. But if you do have symptoms of a clogged filter, you might have hesitation, you might have some fault codes for lean fuel. To locate the filter, it's over on the driver's side. So what we'll do is we'll go right in front of the rear wheel. And there's a hatch underneath that's easily recognizable by two 10mm bolt heads that you'll find. And once you remove those, you can pull the top off the hatch, and this is what you'll see underneath. And in my case, I found a filter that was 20 years old, so of course it was clogged and was causing issues. And the fittings are really dirty. You're going to have years of dirt caked on those fittings, and they're not going to work very well if they're caked with dirt. So I just took it to the car wash, hit it with high pressure soap, rinsed it off, and they look brand new, and they are going to work a lot better when they're cleaned up like this. To remove them, you're going to need to relieve the fuel pressure. So we need to get under the hood, and the fuel rail is under this cover, and there's a little valve. And once you remove the cover, you'll see a valve that looks just like the ones on your tires. Okay, it's the exact same type of valve. So just remove the cap. And you can take a little inflator hose like this. It's what I use. Just stick it in a bottle to capture any excess fuel. And when you plug it on the fuel rail, it will keep the pressure from building. So it'll relieve the pressure. And then I like to spray those fittings with a generous amount of lubricant. Now I'm just using a Teflon lubricant. This is not penetrating oil. I don't want to damage the O-rings, but just make sure that you can move those fittings so you know that the fuel pressure is relieved. Now I'm removing the vacuum lead right now, and I'm just making sure that the fittings are loose. And once you move them around, you know the fuel pressure is relieved. Now I'm going to give you a quick little lesson here on these filters. So the filters basically are also fuel pressure regulators. And yeah, this one's 20 years old. This is the old one removed. And this is the fuel pump side. This is a high pressure side where the filter is. This is the valve side. And these fuel filters are actually regulators. So they feel a vacuum coming from the engine and they release fuel to the fuel rail. And these nipples take the same type of fitting, okay? And they snap on, and you will not get them off. They live under high pressure, and so they have to be designed to lock on to those nipples really well. Now you can remove them two ways. Once your pressure is released in the fuel system, just press down on the fitting, and then while pressing down, lift up on the red collar, they pop right off. You're not gonna break anything. But a lot of people do break these because they don't know how to remove them. This was a standard little 2-inch metal clamp. And you can see what I've done is I've ground out about a 1/2 inch, and that allows you to slide it directly onto these fittings, and just the pressure from the clamp is all you need to release that fitting. I mean, I'm telling you, this is an excellent tool, and it made life so much easier for removing those fittings. When you're not using it as a fuel system tool, it's still a perfectly good clamp if you want to use it like one. Now here's how I made it. So you just take the clamp, you pull these little protectors off. I drilled a 3/8 inch hole in it and just stuck it in a vise and used a grinder to quickly remove a gap, essentially. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to use your fuel filter to check, make sure the nipples will fit through, and if it's not enough, just keep grinding it out. And like I said, I found that about a 1/2 inch or 13mm was enough, and now you've got a perfectly good tool for removing these fittings. And this is what it looks like under the car. It just made life so much easier. And this is what a brand new filter looks like. Comes with little protective things on the nipples. I put a little bit of grease on there just to prolong the life of the O-rings in those fittings. Probably a good idea. And also for maintenance purposes, I like to write the install date and the vehicle mileage, the date of install. And the collars on these are in different places on each end. So on the pump side, it looks like they're sticking out a little further. And this is exactly how my tool goes on under the car. I'm not going to release it because I don't want gasoline all over my camera. But That's what it looks like. And on the other end, just remove the nearest one first, and that'll give you access to the one behind it. Pretty easy to do. And once you're done, you can screw your hatch back on. And we need to go back under the hood and put the valve cover back on, put the engine cover on, and that's it. It was that easy. If this helped you guys out, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. And to help out anybody else trying to replace one of these, please do share this video. Thanks for watching.